गुड इवनिंग, सत श्री अकाल। सब मेरी तरफ से आप सबको दिन की शुरुआत, जिनकी रात ढल रही है उनके लिए जो है वो अगले दिन की एडवांस शुभकामनाएं और बेस्ट विशेस। आज मेरे साथ मौजूद हैं इंडिया से कनेक्टेड पाकिस्तान कनेक्टिंग द वर्ल्ड के प्लेटफॉर्म पर ऋषिकेश कुमार। कॉर्पोरेट ट्रेनर हैं, मोटिवेशनल स्पीकर हैं और इसके साथ साथ रिसर्च स्कॉलर हैं। आज हम इनसे जानेंगे इनके बारे में और सीखेंगे बहुत सारी बातें। अस्सलाम वालेकुम, सत श्री अकाल, नमस्ते सर।
Namaste, ma'am. Great morning, ma'am. Good morning to all. Good afternoon to all. Thank you so much for giving me an opportunity, ma'am, to share my journey, to share my thought process, what I have learned during my beautiful journey. And journey is always beautiful, what I believe. When we talk about when we talk about anything, you talk about money, fame, integrity, honesty. That is about mindset. If my mind is pure, we can do anything. We can achieve anything. And what I believe, we should always try to spend time with the good people. Good people, what does it mean? Irrespective of which religion, irrespective of what is your background, if the person is having something, we should try to take something from that and we should utilize it for career growth. So thank you so much, ma'am. Over to you, ma'am.
जज़ाकल्लाह। इतनी अच्छी शुरुआत के साथ मैं ये रिक्वेस्ट करूंगी कि हमारे देखने और सुनने वालों को ऋषिकेश कुमार साहब अपने बारे में बताइए आप।
Sure, ma'am. I'm Rishikesh Kumar, currently working with SB Patil Institute of Management based in Pune. My domain is marketing. I teach marketing to MBA grads. I've started one small firm in 2016. It's a sole proprietorship firm that is a Root Empowering Services. Before entering into academics, I was working in industry. So what I found, there is a huge gap between demand and supply. Demand, what does it mean? And supply means there should be the quality of education. There should be positive thought process. There should be some skill-based education. So just decades of small experience in academics and a few years in corporate. So I thought, I should do something for the youth. And I'm blessed. I'm a world beautiful profession. Academic is the best profession, ma'am, what I feel. So I'm an author. I've written a book for MBA grads in Savitribai Phule Pune University. I'm doing my PhD from Savitribai Phule Pune University on marketing, organic farming. I'm a motivational speaker. I'm a career counselor. I'm a corporate trainer. So what I learn whenever I interact with any human being. So let's example, Sidra ma'am is having some good quality and maybe some area of improvement. We should always try to learn good from any human being. So that is my small learning, ma'am. And it is my pleasure. You have given me an opportunity to share my thought process to the world, ma'am. So that is my small introduction, and then I'm very much passionate. And teaching is not my job, ma'am. Sidra ma'am, teaching is my passion. I enjoy doing it. If we all are doing anything, so don't do it for the sake of doing it. Try to create that an opportunity. Try to create your maximum output out of 24 hours. How much time you are giving to yourself, that is important, ma'am. Before doing anything, before speaking anything, we should think 100 times. So what I see as a human being, see, I'm a faculty, I'm an author. That is the second part of my journey. First, I'm a human being. So what should be my aim of my life? I'm trying to earn a lot of money. I'm trying to acquire, maybe knowledge. I'm trying to spread happiness to the world. What I'm doing. So that should be the motto of any human being, ma'am. In this pandemic, Sidra ma'am, already we have learned the person who is having a lot of money also, they cannot save themselves, ma'am. They cannot save themselves. So whatever time we are having, we should try to enjoy in present life. Past, we should never discuss. Future, We don't have any control on that. So we can enjoy our present life. What I believe, I do it. And I'm trying to learn something from you all. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Very beautiful and very informative introduction with lots of advices and tips of spanning a successful life. So you were asking about think positive mindset things. I'm just asking a few questions about mindset thing. What is the power
Very
of mindset thing? What is the power of conscious mind and unconscious mind?
See, ma'am, when we talk about any mindset, there is a conscious mind, there is a subconscious mind, right? If I'm working, if I'm alive, right? So my conscious mind is working for that, right? And if I'm going for sleep, my subconscious mind is working. So what I believe, subconscious mind is very much powerful as compared to conscious mind. So whenever we are working, ma'am, Sidra ma'am, it may be 9 a.m. to maybe 11 p.m. Indian Standard Time. We should try to think positive. We should do positive. We should learn positive, and we should help each other. Reason being, if I'm going to bed, maybe 11:30 or 12 a.m. in the morning, right? So I should feel like my I can sleep in a very positive mindset. So conscious mind and subconscious mind, very powerful, and we should know how to utilize it. That's why we say, don't spend your time with the bad people. And I don't believe in that statement. Nobody is bad in this world. It depends upon the situation. It depends upon that opportunity. It depends upon the maybe some sort of time. I don't know his or her background. So we don't have right to say bad. We in MBA we talk about strength, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats, right? I don't believe in one word, that is weakness. I don't like that word. I believe in area of improvement. I believe in area of improvement. Let's example, ma'am, Sidra ma'am, I want to learn some language and I don't know how to communicate. First, I'm going to accept it. I don't know that language, right? I don't know that alphabet of that language. If I'm not going to accept it, I can't learn. So acceptance is the first step of learning. Acceptance is the first step of learning. So whenever I get an opportunity, I try to learn something and I try to upgrade my knowledge. I try to upgrade my skill set, man. If we'll talk about the young generation, they're very dynamic. They're very knowledgeable. They're having a lot of information. They can find each and everything through one click. If you want my information and if I'm authentic, Sidra ma'am, you can get each and every information about me through maybe Facebook, through maybe Instagram, through maybe LinkedIn also. If I'm authentic, and if I'm not authentic, it would be very difficult for you to identify what I am. Who is Mr. Rishikesh Kumar? What he is doing? What is his background? So what I believe in originality. I believe in that. I don't believe in duplicacy. Original is always original, and duplicate is always duplicate. So if again, we are like a mirror. We are like a mirror, ma'am, Sidra ma'am. So whatever knowledge we have acquired, whatever knowledge we are acquiring, whatever activities we are doing, we should first try to analyze, is it bad or is it good? I'm doing right or I'm doing wrong. And we know through conscious mind or maybe through subconscious mind, ma'am, we can identify what I am doing now. So that is my small suggestion to all youngsters who all are watching me. Always try to spend your time with good people. Good people, what does it mean? Again, it's very difficult to define who is a good people. It means the person who can motivate you, the person who can guide you, the person who can give you some knowledge, the person who is always behind you, right? If you're going to demotivate, they are there to motivate you. They are maybe role model, they may be your inspiration. So always, we can see, if again, during this pandemic, ma'am, Sidra ma'am, what I have learned, it's very difficult for any human being to move from one place to other place. Virtually, we are meeting. You're sitting in Pakistan, I'm sitting at Pune, Maharashtra, India, right, ma'am? And we are discussing a lot on this topic. So that is the beauty of, again, we should utilize it for the betterment of the society. We should try to spread happiness. We should try to spread that positivity among any youth. And if youth, if they'll decide, I'm going to change the country, they will do it. But again, they require the positive frame of mind. And as a as a facilitator, ma'am, I don't believe, I always say I'm a facilitator, right? If I'm going to say the teacher, so there is a limitation of that word, right? Now, again, we talk about guru. Guru, does it mean, right? It gives me energy for that, right? Ki he is my guru, he is my role model, right, ma'am? So we should always try to, identify good word before speaking anything. We should know the actual meaning of that word. We talk about guru, maharshi, right? That is the attachment from heart. But what we do it from mind. What I believe, if you're doing anything, if I'm doing anything, we should do it from heart. And no doubt, we can take efforts, but we don't have any control on the result. But if I'm focused, I'm honest, I'm hard worker, I am dedicated, so no doubt it will take some time, but I'm going to achieve my that dream. And I always say, destination is fixed, right? Irrespective of what is your background, you are low middle class, you are high middle class, you are upper middle class. Destination, we know, is fixed. Journey is important. So when we move, Sidra ma'am, from one place to other place, before moving, what we do, we analyze it, ma'am. Let's example, Sidra ma'am, I'll give you a brief example. Let's example, you want to travel to India, you want to travel to Maharashtra or Mumbai or Pune. So already you have planned your journey, right? Now, after that, you are going to identify the different way of communication. It may be on a flight, it may be on a train, it may be on some other mode. So again, it depends upon your capability. It may be, if I'm not capable of paying good money, you can't travel by flight. And in Maharashtra also, you should know where I have to go. What is the address, right? What is the PIN code? Who is the person? What is his contact number, right? So now you see, for a small traveling, we make a lot of plan, ma'am. But for journey, we never do it, ma'am. So we should try to develop that attitude. और बोलते हैं ना कि अगर आपका gratitude is the best attitude. Gratitude is the best attitude. We should always be humble. We should always be we should accept it, and we should be in habit of giving something back to the society. It doesn't mean giving means money. It may be on a time, it may be on a suggestion, it may be on your quality, maybe thought process. So we can spread that positivity among the society, ma'am. So thank you so much, ma'am.
That's very satisfactory answer. My next question is about, here is the one virtual myth, not especially on Asian countries, it's all over the world. If all things are planned and here is no opportunity, so where we go? We born poor, societies and environment not give us accurate opportunities. We stuck there. Right. They just think, they just tied the screw about this stupid CD player for this, who they're playing with that. Here is no opportunity. Here is no opportunities. Where we go, our country is not for us. There is a not right place to do anything. 75% people in this world, they never do anything because they stuck on this sentence. How we can motivate them, how we can reconnect with them, and how we can unlearn this strategy and learn them a new things to get out from this circle and think differently.
Sidra ma'am, one thing is very clear. If we want to change something, let's example, Sidra ma'am is having good mindset. She knows it very well. What is good, what is bad, right? And what is the career opportunities, what is the career growth, what is the scope. So what I believe, facilitator like you or somebody who are into that country, maybe it is their responsibility to spread the happiness first, right? Now once positivity is not there, they they can't achieve anything, ma'am. See, if we'll talk about Indian, I'll give you some brief, that statistics of that. In India, more than 15 lakhs engineering graduates are getting degree each and every year, right? In India, more than 4.75 lakhs MBA grads are getting degree each and every year. So if we'll talk about any degree, what does it mean? We are just fighting for the degree. We are just fighting for the piece of paper. So degree is a piece of paper. So what I believe, the person who is into that society, it is their responsibility to create that kind of culture, to create that kind of atmosphere where it would be like compulsory for them to learn good about career, about growth, about mindset, about culture, about integrity, about honesty. So we can't blame youth or utilized, they're not doing anything. It is our responsibility in that society, ma'am, right? If we are not going to give them proper guidance, it's very sure they are going to divert from the real path. And showing them the real path is more important, ma'am. Sidra, ma'am, in this in a digital world, they are very smarter than us, right? If we'll talk about 1 year baby, 2 year baby, they can play any game like anything, right now. But as a youngster, it may be older guys, right? They can't play. So again, they're having good IQ, they're having good knowledge. So again, it's very difficult for them how to utilize that mindset, how to utilize that talent. They're knowing it, we can do anything. But I think what I believe, if I'm a person, one time only one work I can do. I can't do a lot of work. So we should teach them, right? We should guide them, we should motivate them with the good story, maybe pictorial form. Region, if we'll talk about language, so language is having some barriers some of time. Let's example, I'm trying to communicate in English, and the person who are watching me and they're from Hindi background, it would be very difficult for them to understand it what I had communicated with you. So language is a barrier, right? Communication, again if you talk about communication, that is the encoding, medium and decoding. क्या मैं बोलना चाह रहा हूं, मेरा प्रोसेस क्या है, और सामने वाले बंदे ने मेरी बातों को किस तरीके से लिया है, मैम, दैट इज इंपॉर्टेंट. तो ये सारी चीजें मिलके, मैम, इन क्रक्स आई विल से यू वी एज ए यंगस्टर, वी आर a role model for the society. So whatever activities we are doing, we should honest with ourselves. Let's example, Sidra, ma'am, if I want to give you some instruction, whenever you are coming to college, being the formal college uniform, if I'm not in the uniform, I'm not wear the tie, or maybe proper polish my shoes, proper formal, proper safe, you are not going to follow me, ma'am, right? So if I'm going to give instruction to any youngster, they are going to watch my activities, and all world are watching, ma'am. In this virtual era, if I'm traveling from A to B, B to C, B to C, they're going to watch me, ma'am. They're going to watch me. So again, we should create the brand, and brand is important. Whenever I get an opportunity, ma'am, it is my pleasure. I always try to I always try to interact with the young generation, ma'am. I always try to get something from them. So there is a two word in marketing, ma'am. I'll just correlate with that marketing term. There is a product and there is a brand. The purpose of product is what? Let's example, I want milk. So there may be some purpose. Maybe it is my habit. I want one glass of water, one glass of milk. Maybe doctor suggested me, okay, Rishi, before going to bed, you should consume one glass of milk. So by some point of time, you are going to consume it. If there is a Amul, there is a Mother Dairy, there is a Chitle, there is a good brand Katras in market, there is a lot of options with me. It depends upon my thought process, which product I have to buy. If we'll talk about electronics gadget, take example of mobile phone. Apple, that is a product. It may be product, but it's the brand. Already, Apple has created that mindset. Apple means quality, based technology. Maybe if I'm carrying, if Sidra ma'am, if travel to India, and if you see I'm carrying Apple advanced phone, you'll appreciate Rishi sir is very is branded man. So again, we should understand it. We should understand it. How you are going to display yourself to the world. So if we are, if we are doing anything, try to create that positive impact in the mind of the youngster. They are going to follow you. and no doubt they will achieve what they are looking for, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
So this is our responsibility to pretend good with front of our young generation, kids, toddlers. Then they are following us, and if
Yes, yes,
we
yes.
demand from them, look like this, sit like this, first we need to be do same like this front of them. That's amazing, and
Yes,
so it is a
yes,
bit
ma'am.
truth we will do. It's a lighter mode questions from my side because audience will getting bored because I want to
Yes, sure,
entertain
sure,
my
ma'am.
audience as well. So my
Sure,
next
sure, sure,
question is
ma'am. Sure.
about your city, the Maharashtra,
Yes.
right? It's a province or the city.
Yeah, Maharashtra is a state,
I
ma'am.
have a little. Oh, it's a straight. Okay,
State.
so
It's a beautiful state, ma'am.
what is
Beautiful
a
state,
specific
Maharashtra.
right? What is a specific any touristic point,
Yes, ma'am.
touristic
If
place?
yeah, if we'll talk about Maharashtra in India, in Hindu mythology, there is a 12 Jyotirling. There is a Jyotirling in Maharashtra. There are a lot of places you can travel. Start from Mumbai, Nashik, and Pune itself, Mahabaleshwar, Lonavala, Khanda. A lot of if you'll see and if you'll watch any movie, now we'll get that flavor, right? So Maharashtra is a good destination. If you're planning to India, and I'm inviting you, please come to India. And India is a very beautiful place, ma'am. If we'll talk about culture, if we'll talk about any good destination, right, you can spend. And again, in Maharashtra there is a good quality food. It may be on a vada pav, it may be on a misal pav. We'll get that different flavor, ma'am. तो आपको बहुत मजा आएगा, right? और यहाँ के लोग भी बहुत अच्छे हैं. Again, Mumbai, if you talk about Mumbai, financial capital, it's called a financial capital of India, right? So again, we can stand it, the actual strength of that Mumbai. तो मुंबई में बहुत खूबसूरत शहर है. बॉलीवुड अगेन है ना, इफ आर इन हैबिट ऑफ वाचिंग बॉलीवुड मूवी, नो या, सो ऑल बॉलीवुड इज इंडिया, तो मुंबई में, राइट? So we are again very near to Mumbai. It take hardly 2.5 hour journey from Pune to Mumbai, right, to that particular destination. So you can travel. Very good. जगह भी बहुत अच्छी है, खूबसूरत है. आप घूम सकते हैं बारिश के सीजन में. बहुत अच्छी अच्छी जगह है, मैम. Yeah, again Shirdi, Sai Baba is there, right? We talk about again a lot of things are there, ma'am.
My next question is about if any Muslims just want to visit uh, the India. So how many their historical and their religious places in India, and if some Hindu who just placed in Pakistan, live in Pakistan, is a part of Pakistan. If they want to come their historical and religious places, so where and how many places for both of us?
Ma'am, if we'll talk about Indian history, and if we talk about Lal Killa in Delhi, there is a Lal Killa. Taj Mahal is there, right? Beautiful place. You can visit. Jama Masjid is there. You can visit, right? A lot of mosques are there. So there's a good places, ma'am. Even we travel to that place, ma'am. It's always love to visit good places, ma'am. And we travel and we enjoy. That is my passion also. Apart from my regular job, whenever I get an opportunity, I love to travel and I love to learn what was the history of that. Maybe Indian culture or maybe some other culture. So again, I know if I rightly said by you, सिद्रा मैम, कि बोलते हैं ना कि जब तक आपका लर्निंग स्किल सेट नहीं होगा ना, तब तक आप कुछ भी नहीं सीख पाते हो, राइट ना? सो इंडिया आप आएंगे तो इंडिया में बहुत कुछ चीजें आपको बोलते हैं ना लोग, दिल्ली जाते हैं नहीं तो मुंबई आते हैं, राइट? अगर आप दिल्ली जाते हैं तो दिल्ली में बहुत सारे जगह हैं जहाँ पे आप घूम सकते हैं. अजमेरी गेट इज देयर, राइट? लाल किला वहां पे है, रेड फोर्ट वहां पे आपके, जामा मस्जिद वहां पे है, आगरा में आपका ताजमहल है, राइट, जो आप घूम सकते हैं. अहमदनगर में अहमदनगर में बहुत प्लेसेस है जहाँ पे महाराष्ट्र में घूम सकते हैं. बहुत सारी चीजें मैम घूमने.
If I'm not wrong, actually हम पाकिस्तानी बहुत सारी सोशल मीडिया पे वो डांस शोज भी देखते हैं और वो समटाइम, अब मुझे नहीं पता कि अब ये मेरा एक छोटा सा आइडिया है कि महाराष्ट्र में ही वो जो बड़े बड़े फ्रॉक्स पहन के और बहुत सारा मेकअप करके और ऐसे ऐसे करके जो नाचते हैं, क्या वो महाराष्ट्र का एक कल्चर है ना जिसमें बहुत
बेसिकली साउथ, अगेन साउथ मैम, या साउथ. It may be Bharatnatyam, ma'am. Sidra, it's Bharatnatyam. Yeah, yeah. Ma'am, please unmute yourself, ma'am.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And one thing is, if I want to just visit India and I want to visit your religious places,
City.
so have any restriction for
No,
me
you can
there,
move.
Or
Ma'am,
wow.
see, if we'll talk about any places, Even we can travel to any, let's example Jama Masjid. We can go to Lal Killa. Maybe few places are there, right? If you talk about majority, you can travel, no issue. You can move to that place. You can go to that, visit to that place.
If I want to attend any event or any your religious event like Durga Puja, like other
Yes, yes,
something,
yes, yes, yes,
so
yes,
I
yes,
can
yes.
attend.
Yep.
May I attend this?
Yeah, but see, if you talk about, again, it depends upon them. State wise also, again, it depends upon that area also. Again. See, if we talk about any religion point of view, right? It may be on a Hindu, Christianity, Muslim, or any other community. Some point of time, we all are human being, ma'am, right? Religious, it may be some point of time. Again, that is what I have, learned it from my family, from my culture. So you can move. We can move. No issue, ma'am. No issue.
Amazing, amazing. That's amazing. Because I really want to see the culture. I really want to see the beliefs because it's all beliefs coming from the heart, and
Yes, yes,
I want to
very
see.
true, ma'am. Very true,
So,
ma'am.
any specific event or any specific festival in Maharashtra?
Ma'am, there is a Ganpati festival, is very famous, Ganpati idol, right? There is a very famous, we do a lot. Yes, yes. No, no, that is a different, ma'am. That is called
Okay,
as a
okay.
Garba, right? Garba.
Oh
That's
my
called as
God,
a Garba,
I'm a
right?
little bit poor about it.
Ma'am, yeah, ma'am. If you talk about India, if you talk about city-wise, right? There's a lot of activities, we talk about, it's going on. So you'll love if you plan, this month I'm going to travel Maharashtra. But again, before coming, you should know which month is good for traveling. That is important, right? If we talk about Maharashtra, ma'am, maybe August, September, October is a good month. You can enjoy the climate. You can enjoy the weather. You can enjoy the food. So that is the ma'am, purpose of visiting any place. At least if I'm visiting, I should see the natural things in that, right? No, so that is, yeah. And please unmute your phone.
होपफुली नेचर कुछ ऐसा प्लान करे और मैं ज़रूर इंडिया आऊँ और आपसे मिलूँ और बाकी भी मेरे बहुत सारे फेसबुक फ्रेंड्स जिनके मैंने इंटरव्यूज भी किए हैं मैं उनसे आके मिलूँ और वो खुद बहुत एक्साइटेड होंगे मुझे इंडिया में देखकर और मैं भी बहुत सारी जगहों पे जाना चाहूंगी स्पेशली मुझे वो आप लोगों का स्ट्रीट फूड आई जस्ट वॉच
Yes, yes,
thousands of
yes, ma'am.
video
It's good.
on my Facebook, vada
Yes,
pav,
yes, yes.
bhiga hua kulcha, like
Vada pav,
all
muscle
kinds of
pav. Yes,
food.
vada pav, muscle pav. Different parathas is there, right? Chole bhature, curd rice. A lot of food. Good biryani. If you talk about Hyderabad and all, right? Now we got a good biryani in Pune also. We got a good quality. Bakery items is good, right? We export to different country, ma'am, also. So there is already, if you talk about any particular city, so already they have, have good, food, qualities with them. So there will, again, if you talk about Bihar, basically my background is from Bihar, right? Bihar. So litti chokha is very famous in that city, ma'am. We call it like dahi chura. It's poha, right? It's kind of chura in Bihar, and curd. We just mix it with maybe sugar or maybe good, right? We'll enjoy that food, ma'am.
I think I need to change the topic because I'm fasting now and we are talking about the food.
Yes, 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 ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
I think this
Sidra,
is
ma'am.
not the right time because
Got it
but I
again.
really want
You're in fast. Yes, you're in
it's
fast.
okay.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
okay. But it's a very good thing to know about the food. I just feel that India has a rich culture country, right?
Yes, 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 ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So amazing.
Very rich
It's just
in terms. See,
it's
ma'am.
just like
If
a
we'll talk
rainbow.
about, if we'll talk about knowledge, Chanakya, again Nalanda University, all old universities are there, ma'am. So quality wise, teaching wise, again, we are growing. We are about to reach 5 trillion economy, right? So again, it depends upon some of time. If we talk about India, it was known for the agricultural economy, right? भारत एक कृषि प्रधान देश था, राइट ना? अभी हम लोग तो बहुत प्रोडक्शन, मैन्युफैक्चरिंग, आईटी इंडस्ट्री, आईटीज, बैंकिंग, इंश्योरेंस, ट्रेवल एंड टूरिज्म, हॉस्पिटैलिटी, फार्मा, देयर इज लॉट ऑफ इंडस्ट्रीज, मैम. So you no doubt, will enjoy, ma'am. You'll enjoy that journey, ma'am.
Let's talk about the IT industry because after pandemic, here is a new resolution. Here is a new change. New things are inventions over there. Working style is different. We just knowing about the virtual marketing,
Platform,
the
yeah.
digital
Yes, yes,
marketing.
yes.
We learn about e-commerce things. So,
Very true, very true.
how the Indian control this pandemic situation with the help of IT?
Ma'am, if we'll talk about, let's example, I'll discuss on our economy. That's called as the GDP, right? So if we'll talk about our economy, there is a primary sector, secondary sector, and tertiary sector. Primary sector means it will, like agriculture will come under that. Secondary, that is a manufacturing and production, and tertiary, that's called as the service industry. So, if we'll talk about tertiary, the service industry, there is a more than 50 plus percentage contribution in that, ma'am. So IT industries are growing like anything. And if we talk about pandemic, so again, ma'am, if we talk about any particular industry wise, FMCG we can't do it. Again we have to meet with the person, we have to meet with the maybe retailer or wholesaler. But again, there is a Flipkart, Amazon, Alibaba, Snapdeal, maybe Mintra. We are buying each and everything. So again, if I want to produce something, I can't produce online. I have to go to that place. I have to go to that place for any kind of activities. But if we'll talk about education industry, ma'am, if we'll talk about MBA, I'm into MBA, domain, ma'am. So MBA is all about learning practical, experience, ma'am. Right? We can teach them through virtual mode. We can complete our curriculum through virtual mode. But if there is a no such activities like maybe team building activities or maybe group discussion or maybe leadership quality, maybe some events, so it would be very difficult for them to understand the actual meaning of that the curriculum and course, ma'am. So they will get a degree, but again, we are not alone. We're all world are suffering with this pandemic, ma'am. So IT, no doubt, IT is helping us, ma'am, to reach maybe maybe through artificial intelligence, we can say, right? We are trying to connect with the youngster. We can invite good speaker from entire world so they can get that benefit. Reason being, before pandemic, it was very difficult for anybody to come on the virtual platform. So even if I'm planning to invite any person, so physically they were traveling to Pune, right? But right now in this pandemic, at least I can invite any person from any country, ma'am, and they can contribute for that knowledge particular. So that is the ma'am. It's good, ma'am. It's good. Ma'am, please unmute, ma'am.
It will be my last question, hopefully, because when question is coming in my mind, I don't want to lose this chance to asking you question, because I believe that power of question is a very good thing. My next question is the message for Asian countries, how our young generation learn, teach, and how become a skillful with the use of social media platform.
Yes, ma'am. I'll give you some example. Let's example, after acquiring any degree, it may be on a BA, BCom, BSc, BTech, MBA, MCA, any degree. The purpose of degree is what? Either to implement that knowledge in a practical manner, or I'm going to start some venture. So let's example, if we'll talk about any degree, I'm taking example of MBA. So in this pandemic, I can get any kind of certification, good certificate from any university, and I can upgrade my knowledge. So again, in this virtual era, what we are doing, we are trying to upgrade our knowledge. We are trying to upgrade our skill set, and that knowledge and skill set is going to give us confidence when we'll go for interview. And see, if and ma'am, the channel is very clear. Let's example, you are an interviewer, right? And I came for interview. So what you want? You want strength, you want asset, you don't want liabilities. So it would be my small suggestion to all the youngsters who are watching us on this live session, ma'am. They should identify their domain first. In which domain they want to make their career. They should take help from counselor. They're good into that. There is a different methodology. There is a different aptitude test through which we can identify which domain they can make their career. And it's not about just giving them the guidance. We should provide them each and everything. So if you are going to opt this course, there is this opportunities. If you're going to enroll yourself for this particular industry, you can plan, or you can start your own venture. So through this virtual era, what I have learned, ma'am, no, I'll share with you, ma'am. At least I got a good friend, right, ma'am? I'll tell you first. Second, I'm trying to get knowledge from you all, right? The person who was sitting at maybe Greek or maybe New Zealand, maybe Pakistan, maybe Australia, maybe some other country. So skill set is important. Again, we call it like चलता है approach. ठीक है ना, कर लेंगे वो चीजें बच्चों में नहीं होनी चाहिए मैम, राइट ना? हम लोग क्या करते हैं ना, हम लोग बहुत कैजुअल होते हैं मैम. सो अभी क्या है, इन दिस पैंडेमिक हम लोग घर से बाहर नहीं निकलते मैम. प्रॉब्लम इज व्हाट? प्रॉब्लम इज अबाउट we should try to teach them the real life experience. If you watch any news channel, ma'am, Sidra ma'am, if you watch any news channel, we'll see death, death, death. But what I believe, the TV channels should start spreading about success of that, right? Out of 100%, 98% लोगों ने recover किया है मैम, right ना? Let's example, I'm giving some example. So what we are watching, we are just spreading that negativity, negativity, negativity. So there is a different stakeholder, and I'm very much sure if we talk about the power of media, they can change anything. They can inculcate as a person, ma'am. There is a limitation. Sidra ma'am is having some limitation. Rishikesh Kumar is having some limitation with us, but media can reach up to number of viewers in that, ma'am. So if they will start spreading good positivity or maybe good news, that news is going to create the good atmosphere, good culture in that society, and I'm very much sure by these activities they will learn something, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Over to you. Ma'am, please unmute, ma'am. Please unmute, ma'am.
Any message for the platform where we are going live, connecting the world? So my audience want to know about any advice, any motivational statement for them.
Ma'am, one thing I'll take. That is my request to all the viewers for watching us. Always, you should try to develop that positive mindset, and if you are very sure you are going to develop that positive mindset, we can create that positivity and try to connect with the audience. Globe is open to you all. So always before approaching any person, try to identify what you are, and your goal should be very clear, ma'am. If goal is not clear, they can't achieve anything. So again, I'll say your goal should be clear, ma'am. And please define your goal. Please define your objective. And please define your destiny. See, we can't define our destination, ma'am, but we can define our journey. So just I'm going to focus on that. Always focus on your goal. That is important. Always focus on objective. That is important. So that is a small suggestion from my end, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your time, and I'm very thankful for you sharing your positive views, positive information with us. We learned lots of things from you. Take care.
Ma'am, thank you so much. Thank you so much. God bless you all. God bless you all. Namaste, ma'am.
Namaste. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for watching this show. Take care. Allah Hafiz.